All right, my guest this week is Bill Bellamy. I have a sore throat, but I'm negative.
Thank
I just
God.
want to make sure everybody
Thank
feels
God.
confident.
But you're actually a positive person.
Positive person, negative COVID.
Yeah, good. I like to hear that.
Though here's the funny thing about me and Bill. Like, this is your second time on a podcast. Yes. And I'm not lying. For some reason, my circle of friends and everything, somehow either they know you or your wife, or they boom, boom, boom. Like I had David Arnold a couple weeks ago, and I was like, yeah, I got Bill Bellamy coming on. He said, oh, man, Bill hooked me up with his stylist and got me a jacket for my special.
Yeah.
And then I'm talking to Lindsay Falk.
Yes.
And that's the homie.
Yeah,
I didn't know she was tight with your wife.
Yeah. So her and my wife became friends like over the last 7 years or so, and they just like really, really tight. And then what ended up happening, because I didn't know, like my wife knows that you and I are cool, right? But I didn't know the correlation with you and Lindsay. Or you guys are like friends forever, like way longer than us and stuff. So I was like, damn. It is so bizarre because I keep forgetting it's the Midwest thing.
Yeah.
It's a Midwest. Yeah. Which is actually kind of cool that you guys lock in like that.
Yeah, Lindsay, I'm trying to think. I met Lindsay, I don't know where I met her, but ever since then, it's just been like, shink.
And she's such good people, you know, and it was so funny. Your name like you said, it comes up. So Lindsay's connection for us is, you know, Dwayne and Gabby and you, right? So it's all incestuous. We all friends. We go to different parties. And so for my birthday, my wife had hooked me up with this dope facial. And Lindsay locked in. Like, you know, she's going to make me look 26 forever.
Yeah.
And she was like, I got to do Gary. Did she get you?
She's done me a bunch.
Oh, there you go. So I remember your name came up, and I was like, dang, there you go. Boom, bam, boom.
But the thing about Lindsay is, this is why I've heard Steve Harvey say in the past, like, you can't be married and have no girlfriends. Like, girls can't be your friends. I'm like, bullshit.
Yeah, you can. It's rare.
Lindsay is the homie.
Yeah, but the cool thing about it, and you know, most people think in relationships it's impossible. It just when you just lock in with somebody and you guys are friends and it's genuine, it can happen. You know what I mean? There's no other interest in it. It's just the friendship and the coolness, you know?
Well, and also, she likes black dudes.
Right.
I like black girls.
Yeah, you know, y'all got to flip-flop.
We're like this. We're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
Like, I really ain't feeling you like that.
Yeah, and what I like about Lindsay, like we share personal stuff. Like, you don't share with people. And she's not a gossiper.
Right.
And I'm not either. So it's like, as I have you on the podcast, I'm not either.
I
but
don't.
Personal stuff,
right.
I don't gossip. But it's just like, it's cool to have a female friend like that. You can bounce stuff off.
Yeah.
Like, if you're having problems, like, obviously I went through the divorce and everything, but even as I'm, seeing other people now, it's like I can bounce stuff off Lindsay.
Right, and just get an opinion, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have a lot of female friends. I mean, I have friends that I've known forever, like went to college with, ex-agents or producers and stuff like that, and we still have been friends since, because we just bonded on work. You know what I mean? Like, Ricky Hughes is the first person I can think of off the top of my head. Like, Ricky Hughes is one of my really good in the business female doing her thing, and our kids and our families know each other, and we just locked in. We did Who's Got Jokes together, and we just became super cool friends. And I think it's nice to have that, because like, we don't know everything as guys. Like, you will come to me for certain things, and then certain things I can't help you with, and you can go to a female and she'll be like, well, look at it from this, and you like, dang, I didn't think of it like that.
Well, as long as, I always think, like, as long as, and I'm not married anymore, but girlfriend, wife, as long as they have access
then it's
to
easy.
them. Like, Lindsay's like one of my good friends. Mm-hmm. So it's like, as long as whoever I'm with or whoever I am seeing,
right,
as long as they have Lindsay's number and they meet her, then you're not hiding nothing.
Like, one of the things,
eat with Lindsay.
Like, one of my like rules and pet peeves is no fly nannies. I don't want it.
You want Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No. I don't want to be knocking off Matilda.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think she had a weird old name, like Miss Barbara. I don't know. But anyway, like, I don't want none of that kind of stuff in the household. Let's keep the household clean of any kind of extra whatever, because...
You want an old nanny?
I want somebody so busted. I want my nanny busted but efficient.
Let me tell you a nanny story.
Uh-oh.
I'm in the Cayman Islands. This promoter brought me. So he brings me, he picks me up, and we became friends also in the course of this. Side of the road, he picks up this young girl, had to be 20 years old, young Spanish chick. And I go, and she gets in the back of the car, and she's just sitting there. And I'm literally looking at him, and he's married, and has a kid, and I go, it's like that out here? Like, he never really acknowledged her. Like, she got in the car, and it was like, hi, and then we were just driving, and he was taking me back to the hotel.
Right.
So I looked at him, I go, it's like that out here?
Right.
And he was like, oh, that's Nanny. I go, what?
And she was bananas.
I go, okay. I go, we got to talk about this later.
Right.
So he comes back, picks me up for the show, and we're at dinner, we're talking. So I bring up the Nanny thing again. I go, so what's going on? He goes, dude, she's from like Nicaragua, and it's like, there was like 10 of them living in a house in the Cayman Islands. And literally he picks her up in the morning and takes her home at night, and she cooks, she cleans, takes care of the newborn, everything. It was some ridiculous
for
price.
like $8.
It was like $4 a week. A week. I was like this. I went, that's what I want for Christmas.
That's what I want for Christmas.
Can I get her in the suitcase?
Oh my God.
I was like this.
You just made me think of a funny story. You know, I always got a lot of stories. So when my daughter was small, she was into Dora the Explorer. You remember that?
Yeah,
the
Dora
little
the
cartoon.
Explorer.
Everybody loved Dora the Explorer. So when I went online, I wasn't really clicking right because there's Dora the XXXplorer. Oh. That's 3 X's.
Just accident?
Yeah. I mean, maybe. So let me tell you how crazy it was.
Every X got a little freakier.
I was like, yo, this is a lot of X's, but maybe the picture the same. Okay, cool. So I click on it, and I did not know when this lady showed up, she was going to be Dora the XXXplorer, right? So you got all these women with their kids, and it's a kid party. My daughter's probably like 5, so everyone's kids are like 5 and 7, and there's moms everywhere. And this chick gets out the car.
Whoa, you ordered her?
I ordered her by mistake. And I said, no, that can't be. She's not coming up my driveway. That girl not coming up my driveway. And she was like, I said, oh, no, this bitch about to come in my house. Oh, my God.
Dora the XXXplorer?
She was putting on the thing. And I was like, whoa, that's a little too much. And she was like, hi, I'm Dora the XXXplorer for the party. I said, oh my God. Just as I say, all the women were like, who the fuck is that? Because you got women still breastfeeding, and the baby was like, who is that?
Like, he ain't gay. That baby ain't gay.
Oh my God. Bro, it was the most, all the dudes was like, yo, B, you my man. I don't know how you did it. The party is popping. She got a friend coming. You know, you got Batgirl or whoever. I say, no, stop playing, because all the women was uptight. And this girl felt so uncomfortable. She was like, is something wrong? I was like, yes, ma'am. We're going to pay you. We're going to pay you, but you got to go. Yeah. This is not it. This ain't the one. She's the one for the Vegas, like, striptease thing, blah, blah, blah. These are nice ladies. Yeah. They have little babies. They don't want to see this. And she was bad. She was bad to the mug. I was like,
Dora XXXplorer?
Yeah, don't do it.
Can we look that up?
Can we look that up, G?
I want to see
Hey, Lil G, see if it's still available.
What year was this?
I want to say my daughter now, she is 18.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah, so
that Dora's been explored.
Yeah.
She's not exploring
it's
anymore.
Probably still out there. Look it up and see if it's
She's
still
a fossil.
Real. See if it's still real.
She's a fossil.
XXX. Do you see it? Oh, it's porn now.
Yeah. She graduated.
She graduated.
She did good.
Yeah.
She transitioned. She was open micing. She was featuring. And now she's headlining.
Oh, it'd be so dope if you could pull her up if she still was around. That would be hilarious. Oh, just porn. Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, Gary.
That's like, I don't want, what?
You never did something stupid like that?
No,
like
that's
where you
like
made a mistake. And it's an honest mistake too. Like, oh my God, I felt so bad.
I'm trying to think of a mistake like that.
But it would be like a scene in a movie though, actually.
Not to that level, but different was completely different thing, but people just wasn't thinking when they was talking to me. So it's kind of my fault, but it was their fault. So, you know, in stand-up, we do a lot of colleges. I don't do colleges anymore because I'm getting older.
Yeah, but when I first was coming up, college
was all the money.
Yeah, it was all the money.
One nighter, you know? So I did this university called St. Edward's in Austin, Texas. They got 2 black girls to pick me up at the airport, take me to the hotel. Before they drop me off, they go, oh yeah, there's some brothers coming over from Holy Cross tonight to the show. Okay. So I go on stage, do my act, get off. The who's ever the head of entertainment at St. Edward's, he goes, can I talk to you for a minute? Yeah. He goes, he didn't want to give me my check. I go, what's the problem? He goes, the girl said they told you who was coming to the show. And I go, yeah, the guys from Holy Cross. He goes, yeah. And you just decided to do a show like that? And I go, what are you talking about? He was like, the brothers, the priests from Holy Cross University was coming over. I said, dude, you can't have 2 black women pick me up and say the brothers that come from Holy Cross. I thought the basketball team was coming.
Exactly.
And everyone was like this. Everyone was like, all the kids. I was wondering why.
And certain jokes was just not hitting right. It was just like you would hear it,
but
you were like,
the
whoa.
opposite. Like I would say shit, and they went nuts because the kids were like, thank you. The kids was like, yo, they come to all the shows and they mess them up because they think they're coming to support. But if they show up, and it was in the contract, but I went through a middleman. So I never saw the contract. My contract was with the promoter, not with the university.
Absolutely.
He showed me the contract with the university, and it said
no blah, blah, blah.
If the brothers, if the priests from Holy Cross come, it has to be no cursing and everything, right? I never got the memo. So they told me, but I'm thinking black guys. And I'm like this, dude.
That's fun.
So he gave me my check, obviously. It was an honest mistake. But when I went afterwards, you know,
Did
back
you
then you do meet and
apologize or
greets.
something?
Well, you're talking to the kids, and all the kids are like, thank you, man.
Thank you,
We
bro.
hate it when they come.
Because
They mess up all the shows.
Yeah.
Like, they had rappers come and had to get censored and things like that. And they're like, why do they keep coming?
You got 50 Cent, he can't do none of his music.
Right, you ain't lying.
But they got the money, though.
You never had this, have you?
Yes, I have. Yes, it's good.
Yeah, so this is, when you got a sore throat, I was talking about this too.
When you get off the road, like if you do like a real strong weekend, sometimes, you know, you throw.
That's what I'm going through right now.
Yeah, that's.
The medicine ball at Starbucks,
It's bonkers. I think
why are you changing up on me?
I think they put Jesus in there.
Why are you changing up on me, bro?
Why you say that?
Dude, we just shot a movie together a couple months ago. Your line is bananas.
Now you're
going bonkers?
No.
Now you're going bonkers?
No, I still say bananas. Everything is bananas, but this shit here is bonkers.
Let me, if anybody is ever on Bill Bellamy for a month straight, let me tell you something. 85% of his stories are going to be like this. Yo, it was bananas last night. I went to the Raiders game. That stadium, bananas.
Bananas. Yo, I don't know if you ever been to the Raiders Stadium. I've always been like a fan of the Raider Nation thing from afar. Like, they were never really my team. But I was damn near almost got baptized, bro.
At the game?
Yo, because it's so intense. The culture and the lock-in, they lock in. They got the black stuff under their eyes. The babies got on black stuff. Everybody black and gray. There is black and silver. There is no other color in the stadium. And everything is full throttle. It's almost like University of Alabama. You know, like where, you know, they just so locked in. You just sitting there. If you had on the other team's jersey, you'd be like, I can't wear it here.
Yeah.
I can't. It's too much.
I did a bit when they were in Oakland, not in Vegas, but I did a bit of how you could die at a Raider game.
Oh, no question.
Like Raiders fans and Philly fans are the most violent.
They're the most violent, and it's normal to them.
They expect it.
Raiders fan could throw you off the whole top of the arena, and they still watch the game and never think about the person they threw off.
Man, Oakland? I don't know. I ain't been to one in Vegas. Oakland, I was like, where am I at right now?
Right. Now, here's a question. I always wanted to ask you this because your black audience is so loyal to you and love you to death. Have you ever been in a situation like this sounds like it is, and you're like, I don't know. It could be a little...
That's the funny part. As I was walking through,
Right.
I said, oh my God, I got to walk through all this chaos. They all separated. Oh, shit, G. And so, well, here's the thing about Raider fans. And I think any football fans, more than any other sport, they respect your loyalty. Loyalty's big. So
Very
they
big.
know I am a Cincinnati Bengals guy.
All day.
And they'll give me shit about it, but they know I'm not switching up.
No, you ain't.
So it's like, you loyal, so you get respect from other fans. Because they expect, when they saw me, they was like
they're
this.
loyal to their stuff. And the thing about it is, you know, you respect the passion, right? Like, you have, as long as I've known you've been a Bengals fan. When y'all was doo-doo, then when y'all got good and y'all went back to doo-doo, you never changed.
Never switched.
Every time, you have never, I remember one season when y'all was like 4 and something or 5 or something, and you was still on, yeah, like y'all was about to go to the playoffs. I'm like, man, Gary locked in. Maybe his family played for the Bengals or something. I never understood why you were so passionate. Every time I come to Cincinnati, you got on something orange, you got on something black. I'm like, oh,
Dude,
God damn.
I had well, you never came to the house in Ohio, but I had a Bengal room. It was arcade, but it was a room. And then
never locked in like that. I'm a Giants fan, but we've been so doo-doo. Like I feel like doo-doo. Like we shouldn't even play on TV.
You guys are
run down your leg. And so I still got my Giant stuff, but I'm embarrassed a little bit. I'll be honest with you. Like y'all at least like you got every year y'all kept getting pieces. Fired the coach, got this, got that. When y'all had T.O. and y'all had Ocho.
Yeah.
You like y'all had moments in NFL history where it was fun to watch the Bengals. And right now is another time. Y'all got another wave.
Think about the Giants. At least you've been alive and an adult and got to see a Super Bowl.
Facts.
Two.
My bad. Fault. Don't short me.
My fault.
Two
iconic Super Bowls. With Eli Manning. You beat the Patriots.
Come on, baby. Talk to me. Only 2. And since then, we only won 2 games.
Yeah. You shot your load.
We shot our load.
I was in that was one of the best cities that I didn't expect to host Super Bowl that did was Indianapolis. When the Giants played the Patriots about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I was at Indy. But you know, Indy's got all those walkways where even if it's cold out, you don't have to go outside.
You don't have to go outside.
Above the city. But they had all the parties was lined up perfectly, and I was like, damn, Indy's kind of killing it with the Super Bowl on the low.
Yeah, because it's a low key dope Super Bowl market because they're prepared for the winter, so it's not gonna mess up your flow. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like Minneapolis is like that, right?
Did you go? Last time I was in Minneapolis like 4 or 5 years ago.
No, you went.
I didn't go to the game. I got booked. Randy Moss hired me because he got inducted in the Hall of Fame. He got announced.
Okay.
So he did a private party. So he asked me to come just roast a little bit. Nothing big, like 20 minutes. But I'll never forget after his event, I had tickets to go to the ESPN party. So I get over there. I literally they got a car for me. I got out of the SUV. Bill, it was so fucking cold.
It's unbelievable.
I stepped out and I went, fuck that party. Back to the room. I couldn't stand outside for 5 minutes.
Bro.
Unless you're walking me right in, but I saw that line and even the VIP line. Like I saw celebs waiting.
Too much, bro.
I was like this.
Minneapolis is too much. The first time, y'all gonna crack up when I say this. First time I ever said fuck Prince in my life, and I'm the biggest Prince fan ever, was in Minneapolis.
That's why I made those noises. that's what you make when you walk outside.
Yo, Prince did not. This was All-Star Weekend. It's probably like 96, 97. G could probably look it up. But Prince didn't come on stage until like 4 a.m. He did a private, super sexy, sort of like impromptu performance thing.
What city?
This is in Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
At his studios. Because he had a big fly.
Paisley Park?
Paisley Park. People wearing furs. This is the only time in your life where you could wear fur and it ain't enough. It ain't enough. It ain't enough. You need the bear to come with the fur on your back, right? And Magic, it was me, Magic, and I think it was John Sally. Everybody was like, yo, man, it's so cold out here, dog, man. Fuck Prince, bro. And just as we said that, he was like, dearly beloved. Everybody's like, oh, shit. And he came out and killed it. We stayed there till like 6:30 in the morning, bro. That's on everything. That's the last time that's the first time I seen Prince perform in Minneapolis. But the last time I saw him perform live was here in LA at Staples Center.
Oh,
it was
really?
Crazy. The man, and I always get in a fight with people about who's better, Michael Jackson or Prince. But the difference to me is Prince is just an all-out, balls-to-the-wall musician.
You can do it all.
Yeah, I mean, jump on the bass, play the keys, play the drums, play the horn, write the song, tell you what to play. Like, he was just everything. Like, you never seen Mike jump on the piano, though.
Yeah.
It would have been fly.
It's the Jordan LeBron argument.
That's
what it is.
But they both great.
You're not gonna You're not gonna get a Michael Jackson fan to say, "Yeah, you're right." You're not gonna Prince fan to
Yeah,
say,
you
"You're
know,
right."
yeah. They just
They're
like
not gonna do
whatever.
it. I was lucky enough to see
Prince can't moonwalk.
Yeah, you're right. Mike ain't wear no heels.
Mike ain't got no boots.
I saw him like 98, 99. He was going around LA doing these pop-up shows unannounced.
Yes, he was.
And I knew the security guy at the Key Club right there on Sunset.
Wow, that's
He
right.
literally, dude, he
Forgot
called
about
me at like 6 or 7. I was like, yo, Prince is coming, midnight. He goes, surprise set, nobody knows, but people are gonna find out. Somehow they found out. This is before the internet. Like,
Yeah, it was. Yeah. But you got that word of mouth. That word of mouth was hot back then. You was getting paid. You got a little something in your phone.
Oh my God. I get there, so I got there like 9 early, and it's already packed. You know, Caleb had the balcony. So I went up to the balcony, I'm on the front row, and he came out. He did like 45 minutes of songs I've never heard and still haven't heard to this day. And then he got into some of the hits. But I think he used it as like an open mic. Like we do open mic.
Yeah, to practice.
He literally was practicing songs. And everybody, he got the initial, and then about 30 minutes in, you could hear people like, motherfucker, you gonna play some shit we know? He's like literally, he was tuning the guitar, he walk around. I was like this. What's he doing?
It's like he's trying out all his new stuff on us. I hate when artists do that. I know I shouldn't say that, but because as a fan, you want the songs you want. And I never forget, man, I was hosting this event. It was a stiff, I think it was for like it was the Black Congressional the bougiest black people in the world. But it was a beautiful event, black tie, and Al Green was the performer. And this is when Al Green was saying, you know, I only do gospel now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he was doing all of Jesus' love and da-da-da-da-da. People was like this. Like for 35 minutes, nobody moved, nobody looked at Al Green until he said, love and happiness. They say, ah, and the whole place went, boom, boom, boom. And I was like, yo, they stalled him out.
That reminds me of when Jennifer Hudson first got on the road. And you know, did you ever do you did Tom Joyner stuff for Tom Joyner,
Absolutely.
Right? Did you do the Sky shows? Remember those Sky shows? It was like 5, 6 in the morning, and he would have a music artist.
Oh yeah, he had music artists very early in the morning. Yes,
he'd have a music artist and a comedian, and then it'd be like he'd get a theater and wherever, and then I'd never seen nothing like it. And he'd do his morning show from there, but he'd have like, you was in Philly, it was always like he'd have Jill Scott if he was in Philly. Or Music Soul Child. But I remember he had Jennifer Hudson on one time. And I just remember I was a comedian and I went up, I go, man, she's got to go up for like 30 minutes. I go, that's a lot of yous. And I was like this, because I was going, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Because he only had one song. He only had one song. You're gonna love me, and you, and you, and you. I said, everybody getting a you tonight.
Everybody getting a you tonight.
Oh my God. Crowd was going nuts. I think Jennifer sung extra hard that night. I don't know if she heard my set or not, but I was like, she blew the roof off that bitch.
Oh, but that's funny how, you know, you and I think we've been friends for a long time, but it's 2 moments that literally I feel like locked us in like for life. It's like, you know, Devin obviously is our glue.
Yeah.
Comedy is our glue. And then the movie we did together. Like, I never got to hang out with you for days.
Yeah.
Like, you are hilarious. And you a bougie ass motherfucker too, though. Yeah. Like, he is like diva than a motherfucker. Like, I was like, this motherfucker Gary here want his shit right and tight. Don't play no games. I need my shit.
Well, here's the thing. When you're on a movie set,
right.
And you're hurry up and wait.
Hurry up and wait.
I already know. One thing you're not going to say is I was late. I'm always on time. So if the call time's at 7, I'm there.
You always on time in your flip-flops and ready to go.
Yeah,
you in the makeup chair, you good, you comfy, you got your little tea, you rocking and rolling until something go wrong.
If I'm on time.
See, it's coming out.
Make sure my breakfast is on time.
Woo!
Make sure the Runa, the energy drink.
Don't play with Gary. I'm telling you. I thought it was a game, but the first time I ever heard that you went loco crazy was when you your green room stuff wasn't right.
Oh man.
I know. And I couldn't believe that you went bananas, right?
Oh, you're talking about on the road.
On the road.
Yeah.
this is a legendary Gary Owen story because it sounds like rock star shit. Like somebody tore up a hotel room and threw the TV down and hit the pool and the kids, like that kind of thing. It's a legendary comedic rock star story. So the next month or whatever, weeks later, here it comes to me. Yo, B, ain't Gary your man? I said, yeah. Well, he tore this motherfucker up. I said, what? I said, nah, not Gary. He was like, nah, Gary Owen. You know Gary Owens, comedian? I said, nah, not Gary. He's like, no, Gary like his shit some type of way. And I said, what did you do wrong? I said, because Gary, I ain't never seen Gary married my day in my life. So you had to do something wrong.
Yeah, he did.
And
Yeah, he did. Fuck yeah, he did something wrong.
And so he said to me, is this green room right here big enough for you? I said, yeah, it's nice and stuff. So I had all my stuff. It was a nice sized green room. He was like, well, this is the same green room that Gary had, and he didn't like nothing in this motherfucker. And he threw the table this way and do this and the birthday cake and the boom bow. So I'm close to it?
Okay, let me tell you what. When you deal with new promoters, and Chanel's my guy now, like we're close.
Right, you
That's my dude,
figured it
seriously.
out.
First time I worked with a dude. First night we're in Wichita. They got nothing in my green room. They only have my water. Like it's nothing. And being a first
We
time
need
promoter,
water. As comedians, we just need water. I mean, what more a water, microphone, and the stool if we're gonna keep it basic.
right.
Okay, cool.
So I knew his first time promoter. I made my rider simple. I said Chipotle.
Bam.
There's a Chipotle in every city.
Everybody got that.
Fruit,
Boom.
the bottle of vodka, club soda, water.
Boom.
That was it.
I'm done.
Dude, there was nothing. And I was like this. They said, yeah, it's coming. It's coming. They said, we can't find a Chipotle. I go,
Uh-oh.
I get on my phone. I go, there's 18 in the Wichita area.
And this was
Can't
my
find a
favorite right here.
fucking Chipotle?
This my
So they went and brought me this fucking Chinese shit, this Chinese food. And
no
I was like,
disrespect. It's
No.
just not Chipotle.
no, complete disrespect. It was shithole, the 99-cent Chinese food. They end up giving me some off-brand of water, right? So I'm like, let it slide. It was first night with him, but he goes, tomorrow we're gonna have it right. Tomorrow, I promise we got you. The next
Right.
night we're in Killeen, Texas. I get to the dressing room. He's got fruit and water. That's it. He doesn't have the liquor. He doesn't have the Chipotle again. I'm going, dude, I'm starving. And it's hot in the green room.
Oh my God.
And it was a combo
Gary.
of my old road manager, Brad, who God love him. He's a great guy. Not a good road manager.
Right. Just not efficient
He's
at that.
he's not confrontational.
Right.
He should have been the bad guy. He
Get
wasn't.
that shit cracking.
So I tell him, find my shit. Get the Chipotle. The shit I shouldn't be the bad guy. He's not handling it. So I was like, so I'm half mad at Chanel, but I'm also mad at Brad. But Chanel got it all. So I go looking for Chanel. I go, where the fuck is this guy? I go into this other room. It's twice the size of my green room. He's getting his
Full of Chipotle.
No. No, he's got Mexicans in there.
Yeah,
No,
right. The real ones.
So he's getting his hair cut. He's got the tarp. The barber has the gloves, the light.
The light.
He's getting faded.
faded.
So I'm going, I'm fucking starving, right? My dressing room is
And
hot.
I am the star of this motherfucker.
I'm the headliner.
Let's be clear.
I got no food. It's hot in my green room,
Mm.
and you're in a bigger room, and you're the promoter,
Mm-hmm.
and you're getting your hair cut.
Okay.
So I took it as, fuck Gary, my fade
It's
is more
way more
important
important than my
than
Chipotle.
him.
That boy.
So I went in that fucking green room,
Here it
and I
goes.
flipped the table. I took the fruit, and I with my hands was throwing it all over. I want to make sure it was completely spread out.
You wanted
I was
to-
like, here's the thing. It was a strategic trash because
Yes.
didn't break anything.
Right.
When I
okay.
say flip the table, I set it on the
Yeah,
side.
right. But you know,
the fruit, I flinged it.
that's the white part of you that came out. You know, I'm gonna turn it, but I'm not gonna break
Anything.
Right. Right.
So there was no holes in the wall. The table wasn't broken. So it was strategic. And then I started yelling. And then I started like hitting the wall, like, motherfuckers.
Right.
Boop, 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 boop. So he came in there. He goes, what the fuck? I go, I bet you find Chipotle now.
Right.
And I left. And then I was like, I don't want to go up. I'll go up and get some food. And I went to the bigger green room. I was being a total diva at
Oh,
that
you
point.
went in. You went in.
So
but you had the leverage.
He got it. The show's packed.
Come on, dog.
So
Stop playing.
they switched green rooms. They didn't get the food. And then we had a show the next night, I think, in Little Rock, and everything was fine.
Oh, they gonna get it right
Little
after
Rock.
that. Sometimes you got to do that, Gary. I'm teasing you, but sometimes you got to stand up for what's right. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not a diva. It's like, I'm gonna give you,
you
everything you ask me.
You're a diva. But what's wrong with it,
Bill.
man? Yeah, you are, bro.
Bill.
It's dude, you such a diva. But it's a good kind of diva. It's like you want to be respected. You do what you're supposed to do. It's kind of like me, like where I demand respect. One, I take it professionally. Like I come do what I'm supposed to do, and I don't want my shit raggedy. So that's
Right,
not a bad thing.
I don't talk to people disrespectful.
Absolutely.
If I want something, I ask. I never have once said to a PA, anybody at the theater, go get my shit. I ask, hey, can you give me some, or you mind? I'm not rude to people.
Right.
But like I said, if we're on a movie set or a stand-up show and you're asking me to be on time, you're asking me to deliver,
Right.
I just want to be comfortable. My writer isn't crazy. That's the thing. I don't have a lot of
My
shit.
shit crazy.
I'm sure you got all kinds of liquor and all kinds of
I got
shit.
like, my own food and special, but I'm a diva though. That's why I recognize it in you.
No.
But I mean, like I'm like over the top.
My big thing is Runa.
What?
Fit Aid. If you got the Runa, my little energy drinks that I had on set,
What?
it's these little energy. I love them. I love Fit Aid. It's just Fit Aid drink. It's supposed to be like an athletic recovery drink.
Okay.
But growing up, I drank Mountain Dew. Had to stop making Mountain Dew. Fit Aid tastes like they were making Mountain Dew and stopped. Like,
Oh.
right before they put in all the bad shit.
Ooh.
So I'm like, I kind of like it.
Yo.
And then Runa's good. So you don't know this. I don't know if you knew this when we were shooting the movie in Vegas a couple months ago, but it was a big thing. Like, can I get the Runa? Can I get it? My manager, when you get a movie, your manager agency sends you a gift.
Right.
My manager sent me like 5 cases of Runa.
Oh,
so she
that's
was like,
gangster.
She goes, I want to make sure you're never out.
You're never out.
So I was at Chris, and God bless Chris's wife, Vanessa.
Oh yeah, she was awesome.
She knew it, and she's like, yeah, I got your Runa.
You got
Whatever
it.
you need, healthy snacks. I said, I'm playing a stripper. I can't be eating Oreos.
No, man. I mean, just for, I don't know, people who are watching and listening, we did this movie in Vegas called Back to the Strip, which is really going to be a funny ass movie. I think
it's gonna be.
I think it should be. It's either going to be all the way great or all the way like bananas.
Like Chris said, he was so happy with the editor and line producers, and people know that's. I think for this movie, that's gonna be the make or break.
Yeah, because there was a lot of jokes flying. Everybody had moments and stuff like that, and it was such a good dysfunctional group of guys. Like the characters. The reason I like this film and the reason I wanted to do it was because I related to the guys. Like I just liked every character. I just thinking like, imagine these strippers that was like super hot back in the day, and they was doing their thing, and then they got in a fight, and they just started getting, just didn't like each other for a little while, and they split up and trying to get the Jacksons back together, trying to get whoever together, and it's crazy. And that's real life, though.
What I liked about it is Chris told me about this script 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We did an episode about this script on my reality show. When it aired, I literally was on stage stripping, and I was telling Chris, like, yeah, I've been practicing, and Chris was telling me about this movie, so I thought it was dead in the water. And he called me like a year ago and was like, yo, we got greenlit, we got Wesley Snipes. Like, what are you talking about? He goes, the movie. And I go, oh, that's gonna go?
Right.
He was like, yeah. I said, I'm in, dude. I'm in. I didn't know who else. He gave me a list of like 8 people he's trying to get out for the 4. So I was like, oh, yeah. So I'm listening to him, like, oh, yeah, he be here. Obviously, you was on it. He got the 3, me, you, JB.
I knew it was gonna. Well, when I read the script, I knew you were in it. I knew that he was getting JB, and I knew that Wesley was in it. Kevin came later, and then Tiffany
was late.
And Tiffany was later too. So I was just like, I just can imagine, because I always wanted to do a movie with a bunch of comedians.
Yeah.
I always wanted to do like how Eddie and those guys did back in the day. They did Harlem Nights, and
that's what he did.
Yeah, so
like Wesley's the only actor.
Right. You just got a bunch of comedians. Everybody gets a line. Everybody is bringing energy. JB was killing me. Like, me trying to keep JB and Faison from fighting in every other scene, to me, was hilarious.
For me, fucking Faison can break me. Like, just being around him, I just started laughing.
Right.
And like some of the scenes he was in, I just started laughing. For you, I think it was more JB because I'd be watching you and you had a hard time having a straight face with JB.
I cannot take him.
And I'm like that with Faison.
Right.
I'm like,
yo, what scene, bro? Your shoulders were jumping the whole scene. I forget what's with.
I can't remember.
Oh my God. You couldn't,
like,
you was a.
I couldn't get it out. Look at this fucking guy.
Yeah, when we was up top. When we was up top and we were sitting in the soap. I don't know, you just couldn't get it together. It was like a 20-minute, your face was red.
Yeah.
I don't know what he did to you.
He just makes me laugh, dude.
The thing
He just makes me laugh.
The thing that killed me with JB was his voice, and you never know what he's gonna do, right? So you know what? The scene he said when there's a scene in the movie, guys, where they find out that they both slept with the same woman. Correct?
Yeah, JB and Faison.
JB and Faison, and we're right outside the truck, and he goes, yeah, like your wife, blah, blah, blah. He said, you know what I got for that? You know what I got for that? A knife! And he jumps over my back, right? So the funny part, he didn't tell me he was gonna do it. He jumps over my back trying to stab Faison. I'm laughing on Faison's chest like a baby because I can't lift my head up. And I'm saying, God, stop.
Dude.
You gotta stop. But I'm crying. I hope the camera don't see me. I said, cut it out. He said, no, that's right. I'll cut you in a little piece. Boop, boop, boop. You know JB List kills me anyway. But anyway, all right, I had to get that out. All right.
I hope they do the outtakes.
Oh, you were the king of the outtakes. You had something to say every fucking time, bro.
I did.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody, and they go, somebody was working with some young actor from Ohio in a comedic film. And I can't remember who I was talking to. And they was like, yo, what's up with you Ohio dudes? I said, what do you mean? They go, you guys always got like a something to say at the end of the scene.
Right,
you can't just let it go. I go, I don't know. Must be.
It's the thing. But they're going to use some of them. Some of the stuff that you are, were able to say to me was just phenomenal because you were in the moment. And that's the beauty of acting. Like when you're alive in the moment. And I think like that's one of the attributes that comedians have over actors, and I'm being very, very, biased, obviously. But I think because we practice so much on our feet and we think so fast, than the average person, when you feel something, you just say it.
Well, Michael Ealy
mean?
said that. I was talking to Michael Ealy, and he said, we was talking about comedians as opposed to actors. And he said, actors, he goes, I don't have any stress because they're just gonna stick to the lines. And I know every day, I know what I'm getting.
Right.
He goes, when I work with someone like you or Kev or any of these comedians I worked with, he goes, dude, literally, I gotta take a deep breath. He goes, because I don't know what you guys are gonna do.
I know what you're gonna do.
He goes, but he goes, that's why I like working with stand-ups. He said, because you guys literally are walking the high wire without a net.
Absolutely.
And you guys are fearless.
Yes.
He goes, you guys,
so much
the actors
fun.
be like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to ruffle the feathers. And comedians like this, dude, I'm gonna try it. If it don't work, keep it moving.
It's just like a joke that to us, that's like missing the shot. We don't care. We shooting again. A lot of times, it's with jokes, like when you're on stage, you might try a joke. And a lot of times this has happened to me, like I miss a word or I'm going too fast, talking too fast, and the audience will do this. And I'll be like, damn, but I come right back at them. Like I don't let it just go, I'll come back and hit them with another joke. That's the training that we have that's an attribute to acting. Because it could be written one way and you could just be in the moment and say something. You know how many times I've done that like in a movie and they kept that shit and that worked better than the shit they wrote?
Yeah. When we did Think Like a Man too, I remember I said, God, I might get in trouble for saying it now. I said something.
Right.
And the director goes, whoa. He goes, you can't say that. I go, I didn't. Bennett did. I didn't say it.
Right.
Bennett said that. I said, Bennett would say something like that. Because Bennett was a white dude that hung out with black dudes but didn't know anything about black culture. So he's always asking, why you guys do that?
Right.
Why you do that? So he's going to ask some off-the-wall shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I remember Tim's stories like, nah, and I remember Tim watching it, shaking his head, like, okay, it's funny, but he never use it. That shit made the movie.
Bro, ain't nobody walking away from laughter, bro. I don't care any editor, director, whoever, when you're in that room and you seeing them cuts and that shit make everybody in that room laugh, or it spikes when they doing the little testing, that's staying in the movie.
Yeah, that's the truth.
So always, trust your gut when it comes to stuff like that. You know what? If they don't use it, they don't use it. Whatever. But don't short what you feel in the scene. You know what I'm saying? Give it everything you got. Try different ways of doing it, and then one of them might just be so authentically perfect that it might be a catchphrase or some shit. You never know.
That's crazy. I think it's just hit me now that movie we just did. We had a comedian for a director.
Yes.
I mean, all the strippers except for Wesley was comedians. Tiffany, Kevin. We had all the guest stars as comedians. It was just a comedian. We always say that too, like, man, if you just get a bunch of comedians together.
Why can't we? We did it. We actually got it done. And one of the most comedic moments on set was when Faison couldn't do them push-ups. That was crazy.
Oh, that was just in between takes.
Yeah, we were just sitting around, and I had just got challenged on the street. Some dude challenged me to some push-ups, and they turned into some viral shit. But what was crazy with him was he was like, dude, like I push, like he's jumped out on. I do push-ups. I was like,
no. He had us convinced he could do it.
Yo, I literally was like, and he put money up, so I was like, maybe I'm tripping.
I thought it's like one of those guys you see a fat guy do the splits. Yeah. You're like, how'd he do that?
Yeah,
or some
can he do it?
Like when Charles Barkley used to dunk and get up. You're like, how's he get up like that? I was like, wait a minute. Faison's talking a lot of shit.
He put the money on the table and slammed it on the table like that. I was like, oh, snap.
It was ultimate bluff if he was playing
poker.
He
bluffed the shit out of us, right? So I was like, well, maybe he knows something I don't know. Because I'm looking at his body and I'm like, I don't see it. I don't see it.
At all.
But the confidence was kind of like, okay, maybe he got a trick. Maybe one of them like pool shark cats, right? When he did 5 push-ups, bro. Bro, you could not stop. I don't know what it is about me watching your whole face turn red. It kills me. You can't get it together. Once you start laughing, you can't get it together.
It's a wrap.
You're done.
It's a wrap.
You unravel, Gary. I seen you unravel. You can't do nothing. You can't look at nobody. You need a moment to yourself.
I know. I'm bad. And this is hot.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah, this is hot.
This will warm me up.
We gotta get some towel. I'm just saying, I'm baking over here.
Yeah, this. I think this got vodka in it or something. Or maybe
when we did Think Like a Man, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I had a rep that they gave me the nickname Sweaty Jackson because Samuel Jackson sweated all through Mississippi Burning.
Right.
Dude, the first day, all of us guys get together. We're in the
y'all shot it in New Orleans, didn't you?
No, we shot it in L.A.
You shot it in L.A.
Yeah, we was at Rush Street. I think it's Rush Street in Century City or Culver City, and they said when you shoot the scene, they turn off the air conditioner, and the lights come on, and it was hot. We were shooting in the summertime, and I was just like, I was in this suit, and I was so hot,
right.
And I was like, when are we gonna start shooting?
Right.
And then they goes, whoa, and I was like, oh shit, I was just leaking, and it was coming through the shirt, the pits, and everything. I was like this, there's nothing we could do. We had to put a jacket. I had to put a blazer on, so let me be hotter. And literally, I felt so bad.
So the material was coming through the material of the blazer?
No, not the blazer, just the shirt. But they put a blazer on me.
Okay.
But I thought I was gonna get fired because it was my first big movie. It was the first time we were all together, and we had to halt production because I was sweating.
You couldn't stop it.
Now it made it worse because now I'm nervous.
Maybe you was going through menopause.
Maybe. But I was like this. I literally was like this. I was texting Will Packer like, I'm good, right? I'm good. He goes,
am I?
For fucking sweating? Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. You ain't gonna get fired.
He goes,
that's why they got makeup.
What we deal with actors? Like drug addictions, showing up late, being rude, going off on people. They go, yeah, you're sweating a little bit. Yeah, we can hold production for 5 minutes.
Yeah, we could get a little fan for your ass.
But the worst is being around those funny guys, like, because Kev's now in my ass, and Ely and Ramen are giving me shit because I'm just going, God, they know how I am. I'm like, fuck.
Kev loves to snap too. Oh, that's his thing. He's good at that, man. He'll keep going. He'll keep messing with you.
Keep little digs going.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. I remember I was on. You make me think of so many things hanging out with you. Kev was doing this thing where he was slapping your food out your hand.
Oh, I saw that on video. That was like 10 years ago.
Ooh, he was doing this whole, yo, man, is that good? Is that good? Yo, it's a medicine ball? Boom, he was knocking out your hand, right? And my boy Big E was like, yo, B, man, I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna hurt Kev if he knock this chicken out my motherfucking hand, right? So Big E, you know, big dudes in their food, that's almost like a pit bull in a snack. You know,
said big dudes in their food.
Big dudes in their food is a real situation, right? So he said that, and Kev was going around going, yo, man, poof, bruh. Kev knocked Big E's chicken out his hand, and it was going to be so bad for Kevin, man, because he was so serious about hurting Kev. And Kev was like, man, come on, man. What you gonna do? You can't beat me up. I'm little. I'm just playing around. You know, but he backed up, but it was so intense because he was like, girl, damn it. That was a two-piece, baby.
It's like, was there any more food?
Yeah, we was backstage. But Kev was just, you know, practical joker having fun. It was hilarious.
I really hope this movie turns out like I think it will.
It will. It's going to be good.
So we've had, what do you think your biggest movie is so far that you've been in?
That I hear about every day of my life is How to Be a Player. The second one is Love Jones. I hear about the brothers.
I would think Love Jones. But then here's the thing. You go back and we did Think Like a Man. I looked up all the numbers of movies I thought that was comparable to us. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize, like, even though that's iconic in the quote unquote black community.
Correct.
I mean, it did cool at the box office.
Right.
But it wasn't like
bananas. Yeah.
Man, it wasn't bananas. So, you know, for me, when we shot Think Like a Man, I knew it was a good movie. I knew something was going on when they announced the sequel to The Cast before it came out. We knew there was going to be a sequel when nobody else did. I was like this.
That's very good news.
Yeah, that means it was tested through the roof.
Absolutely.
And I was like, but I still didn't see what it did when we were the first cast to hit the theaters and surprise people. And I was like, we're texting each other like, everywhere's sold out. Everywhere's sold out.
Yo, I remember that, man. I was like, man, I wish I was in that movie with them because it was such a good film, and I like everybody in the cast. I remember going to see, I was like, oh man, I don't know if you ever do this. I'd be like, yo, I would have did that scene this way. I would have,
of course.
I always try to figure out which character I could have played or whatever. And I always liked that movie, and I was just like, these guys, man, they killed it. They nailed it. Everybody had a moment. I like the chemistry of that. It's sort of like a family. You know what I mean?
It really was. Like,
yeah, that's why it was successful in my opinion, and and it's still big. And the thing that I think you and I forget, because we do so many things, is that people see it so many times. It's not just the box office. So, back in the day when we was starting to do movies, we was really only counting box office, right?
That's it.
Because that's all we had. But now our movies are on everything. They're streaming when we're sleeping. They're playing all over the world. So you never getting away from that movie. You're never going to get away from that movie because it's going to be new to somebody. Yeah. And then it's going to be refreshing again to somebody. So certain movies, like I said, How to Be a Player, I hear about it every day. If I'm at the gas station, if I'm getting a sandwich, somebody's like, yo, How to Be a Player. Oh my God, B. You got to do part 2, B. Come on.
Now, how about if I was going to say one movie I wish I could have been a part of that you was in, would have been Any Given Sunday.
Because you're a football guy.
Yeah.
Now, who would you
And I
want to
was
play,
with
though?
Jamie when he got
You
it.
be the quarterback?
No. I'd been the guy with the big schlong.
Yo, the dude with the biggest. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on?
That was JD. That was JD.
Good Lord.
God damn, JD.
Is that how you got the part?
JD, I don't know. They wanted somebody who had something to work with, and JD said, I got a little something. A whole anaconda.
Oh my God.
That was crazy.
But yeah, when I remember when Jamie got that, he was telling me that was like summer '98. They was getting cast and everything. Mm-hmm. And we just got done doing Held Up. And he was telling me, he goes, yeah, they want me to come in. I think he was reading for the agent part that Dwayne Martin got. Originally, Jamie was.
Oh,
to Oliver Stone.
Wow, okay.
He came in, he goes, yeah, I remember that like it was yesterday. He goes, yeah, Oliver Stone was kind of like a dick to me a little bit. He goes, but I heard that's what he does. He's pushing you,
Yeah.
pushing buttons.
Yeah. That's his
He
thing.
goes, so I walk in and Bokeem Woodbine was just walking out. He goes, he was sweating. He goes, like, whatever audition he did, he was killing it. And they were all talking about what a good job Bokeem did, whatever role he was auditioning for. And then Jamie said, yeah, man, I just did it like as a favor. Like, yeah, I'll do this part, because it wasn't a big part. And then all of a sudden, whatever, I heard Diddy was gonna play the quarterback, but couldn't do it. And then Jamie was like, yo, they're gonna bring me in for the quarterback. And then
I remember
he did the Stephen Willie Beeman video.
Bro, I could tell you a really quick funny story about that tryout, bro. That tryout was no joke. So I don't know, were you an athlete? Did you play football?
Yeah, I was decent.
You was all right? What position you play?
In high school, I was little though.
Me too.
So I was nose guard and center, but then I got moved to safety.
Oh, so you're a bigger guy. Okay, cool.
Wasn't bigger, just my high school was small. So small guys played every position.
Okay. So
Our line, you weigh 180, you're like, you're huge.
you gonna make it, no.
Right.
So the workout for Any Given Sunday was so intense because
Is this before you got the part or after?
this before you got the part. You ain't getting the part without this.
Oh, wow.
Ready? So we go to USC. We get down at USC. You got all these actors. Now we on the football field. So whatever role you was up for, you saw like 5 other guys going up for. So we all together now. Now, this is crazy. So I'm a receiver. So I'm going up against a bunch of guys that, are tall, lean, that look like they could play football. But the catch for my role was they had real quarterbacks throwing the ball. Yeah, I forgot who was at USC in '98, but he was there.
Yeah.
And they had 2 pros, NFL, throwing the ball, right? I run my routes. You can hear the ball. This is how hard they was. No, I'm not bullshit. This is how hard they was throwing the motherfucking ball. You can hear the ball coming to you. Bow. You running that slant. Bow. I was like, oh shit, they throwing this motherfucker hard as fuck. I said, okay.
You said that before you ran around.
I said, the first one that I caught, I felt the power of the throw. I said, no, they throwing this motherfucker. You got to catch it.
Yeah.
First one, boom, hit my shoulder. It was, I said, oh, shit. Because I didn't know a person could throw a football like they could throw a baseball.
Yeah.
Like, I played baseball. You could hear it. But the football, boom, boom, boom. Now, they had like 4 or 5 different quarterbacks, right? So Diddy came out there, right? So you had Diddy out there, you had Jamie out there, and maybe two to 3 other guys. This is what you didn't want. Thank you. You didn't want this. Thank you. Thank you for coming through. So I can only tell you my experience. I saw 2 things that day that made me nervous as hell. So I literally had only 2 drops the whole day. Once those 2 drops happened, I realized I got to catch it here and not like this because it was going through my hands.
Yeah.
I had to make the basket cool. So we doing our morning workouts, we running our routes, we doing our thing, and 4 of the guys that was with me was gone. They didn't even get the lobster. So I'm standing like this, looking around, and ain't nobody really left but me and this other actor. I can't think of his name right now. I think he was a soap opera guy. It's just me and him. Diddy got to So Diddy got the tap, and it was the other dude got the tap.
Thank you.
Thank you. And it was just me and Jamie like standing there going, yo, what's going on? I was like, I don't know, but we still here. Let's eat. It was, bro, it went from like 25 to 15 to 8 to 4.
This is over the course of how many days?
This was one day.
One day?
One day. It was because say if you lied, say if you said, yo, I'm a running back and I was just, they gonna have you run it. They gonna come in and you gotta run it. Run it. They wanna see how you move your feet. They wanna see. So you couldn't even pump fake that shit.
Yeah.
So if I would have lied and said, yeah, I played football, I was a receiver. Yeah, right. What's a slant? What's a post corner? What's a hook?
Right.
They like, what's a up and under? Like what's a run an out route?
Yeah.
Okay, this is what I want you to do right here. And the quarterback was like, okay, I want you to run this slant right here. And the ball, as soon as you plant, the ball is gonna be right here. And I tell you, brother, it wasn't bullshit. That ball was like, yo, boom. When I got in the car, all this was blue.
Yeah.
Up under, because I didn't have like shoulder pads. I had on like a jersey and I had some gloves and stuff. But all of this here, wherever I fucked up and caught the ball anyway, it was blue. Boom, 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 boom. And I was like, oh shit. And everybody was like, yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, James Woods came up to me. He was like, don't let Oliver get you hurt. I got my ankle broke fucking with Oliver. Oliver.
Got my knee broke fucking with Chris Spencer. So
I forgot about that. Ow! This dude. Okay.
finish the story.
Okay, let me finish. We'll get to you. All right, so we end up, Jamie was the best person in that tryout that looked like a quarterback. There were the guys that had a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but like to me, Jamie was the best person that had it all, that looked like his dropbacks was good, his throws were good. They weren't as far as the real quarterbacks, but it didn't matter. He had the mechanics. Come to find out that Jamie played quarterback though, so in high school, so it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as far as airing out the ball 70 yards, I was running to get those. I was running the whole, the fly route, and I had to get there. Mm-hmm. And, bro, they could outthrow you, bro. You can't even run faster than they can throw it. So if you're going to run it, you got to run it full steam, and then you got to time it, you got to get your head around, and you got to catch that motherfucker. That shit was hard, bro. Mm-hmm. So I made it.
I know, you got the part.
I didn't get the tap out.
I thought what I had heard was, so I talked to Jamie before he got casted as the part. He was just going up for the agent. So clearly this has all happened after I had talked to him. So I thought it was, he did a video, Stephen Willie Beeman, that's what locked it in for Oliver Stone.
Yeah, I heard that, but I don't know the
But your story makes, he probably did both. Mm-hmm. He probably, knowing Jamie, probably thought he had it, and he loves music so much, but let's do a music video, lock this up.
Yeah, well, the thing about it was he was literally perfect for me. I just say Jamie in his career, there were certain things to me that was just perfectly for him because he had all the tools for that. Like when he did Ray, it just was magical. Yeah. Like that he had all the tools when he did Any Given Sunday, he had all the tools, so that's why it works. And then you just walk into it, you know what I'm saying? But in a film like Any Given Sunday, my hat goes off to Oliver Stone. I think he just made one of the best, most authentic football movies. Like you felt like you learned what it was like to be an athlete in the NFL,
Yeah, it was raw.
It was raw. Raw.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I was so looking forward to that movie when it came out too. I was like, just being a football fan, NFL fan too. I was like, I wish it would have happened. I wish the NFL wasn't so Disney and you guys could have really wore the NFL helmets.
We were
and
supposed
uniforms.
to. We were supposed to be the Miami Dolphins, but the NFL, based on the script that they got, that final script, they wouldn't approve us using any of their. They wouldn't license it to be used.
Because that doesn't happen. NFL guys are just squeaky clean.
They're just nice. They don't do stuff crazy.
They don't do.
They don't have girls everywhere and do coke off her breasts and stuff.
Hell no.
Have you ever seen that?
That would never happen. NFL guys. They would never have a party with the players and just hose everywhere. It doesn't happen.
The most fun I think I've ever had on a movie set was Any Given Sunday in my life.
Well, think about it. You're
partying with
early
Jamie,
30s, mid 30s, and
partying with
Miami.
Jamie and single and crazy and coming right off MTV, like literally on MTV, famous as fuck in Miami, bro. It was hardcore to go to work.
Fuck you.
Hey man, Jamie could tell you. Me and Jamie had a couple moments during that movie when we looked at each other and said, our call time is in 15 minutes.
Yeah. Right. Listen.
Our call time is in 15 minutes. Thank God we could put our helmet on for some of them scenes.
I'm sure your stories trump mine tenfold. But I got to hang out and experience a movie with Jamie when we were both single. Young. We did Held Up right before he did Any Given Sunday.
That's right.
Nobody sets it out like Jamie Foxx. Nobody. I don't give a fuck who you are.
I don't know how many parties you've been to. I don't know what you know about parties. You are not going to out-party Jamie.
You will not tell me. You're not going to tell me your life is more exciting than mine. You've done more shit, and you ain't been to a Jamie Foxx party.
No.
I don't believe you.
You ain't did shit. Jamie Foxx parties, to me, should go down in the history of must-dos. Like, you got to go to Six Flags once in a while. Yeah. Like, you got to do Disney World.
If you're LA, you're an actor, you're in the entertainment business, if you ain't been to a Jamie Foxx party, you're not in the loop.
Hey.
You're not really an actor.
Oh, my God.
I've done 75 movies. I got 4 Oscars. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You ain't been to a Jamie Foxx party?
You ain't never been to Jamie Foxx.
You ain't LA.
You ain't LA.
You ain't LA, baby.
That's what it is. You ain't LA.
You ain't LA? Shut the fuck up.
Shout out to Fox.
But man.
Yeah.
Just makes you
Some
smile.
of the stuff you can't even talk about.
I would never.
You
Take
can't.
it to the grave. Take it to the grave. Would never.
I remember Fox is like, yo, B, man, what you doing tomorrow night? You got to come through for me. I said, what we doing? He said, trust me, just come through. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. And he always does a version of me. It's going to be bananas, right? So I said, all right, cool. I don't know. It's the blaming on the alcohol video.
Oh,
that was the appetizer to the night.
You were in that video?
Yes.
You were with Ron Howard in the car?
So no, I'm at the bar with me and Morris Chestnut. So
That's right. I'm sitting there going, who's in the car?
Yeah. So get this. So everybody's in the video. I don't know if you remember, we shot it over here in Santa Monica. Ron Howard was in the video. Sam Jackson, me, Morris Chestnut. Sam. Did I say Sam? Somebody else.
Yeah.
It was a bunch of cameos.
Right.
That's all I'm gonna say.
That reminds me of I was talking to somebody recently, and they brought up Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm just thinking of Jamie and Leo and Django, and a guy goes, "Dude, Gary, I've met everybody. I've known everybody. I've met everybody. Somebody's manager. I don't want to put him out there, but he goes, so I'm at this party, and Leonardo DiCaprio's there. He goes, and I'm having a moment, like it's just me and Leo in a room, and we bullshitting. He goes, so I got this camera guy with me, the videographer, and he literally said, he's texting him as he's talking to Leo, like, get a candid shot, bro. Like, I'm in here talking to Leo. Just come by.
Just walk through.
They said, Leo, so smooth, like me and you talking. He goes, no pictures, man. They kept the conversation going.
He seen it coming.
Never looked at the camera guy, just went, no pictures, man. And like pointed, kept the conversation going. I was like this. But you gotta realize, his head's always on a swivel. And he's seen it.
And he can't afford to catch a bad
He was always like, the guy was so smooth with it. Like he was trying to walk by and get the shot on the way. He was like, no pictures, man.
Come on, man.
And he goes, and then he said, I had to tell the camera guy, because everybody knew the camera guy was with me, the fuck you doing? The fuck you doing, man? You ask if you want a picture. You don't fucking sneak shit.
You know who the hell this is?
He said I had to go off like I didn't text him. Come get this shot, bro.
Bro, there's moments, glad you brought me by today, man. You just made me realize, like, we definitely have had some amazing opportunities during our career and still continuing that that are magical. Like, these are the moments that you just go, damn. And you don't get around, I don't think about them until I'm talking to somebody like you.
And the thing about us is, like, we're not lying. Some people tell me stories, I go, that didn't happen. I'll be literally like this, that did not happen. Sometimes I'll be in the room and I'm like, you know that didn't happen, bro. You know that didn't happen. You'll be on the road and someone know you're in the business and they'll tell you a story not knowing you know the person. I'm like, that's not what he does. Like, I would never do that. I'll tell you a funny story. So I'm out one night, I'm at a bar, and this guy comes up to me and he knows who I am. He goes, oh, what's up, baby? Gary, yeah, I'm a hip hop, you know, I'm a rap. This is a white dude. Right? I'm a hip hop, you know, I'm a rapper and shit. He's telling me all this shit. I got this going on. He goes, yeah, I'm about to collaborate with Shaq on some shit, you know what I mean? I said, really? I'm just call me a diva, whatever you want to do. I go, really? I go, you know what? I'm gonna call Shaq and tell him I'm with you. He literally went like this. He goes, did I say Shaq? I meant Snoop. I was like, I'll never get the hand motion. Did I say Shaq? I meant Snoop. Literally, I was like this motherfucker. He told me all this shit about Shaq, not knowing I know him, like, personally. I'm going, he would never do that.
All right, real quick. So I don't know, you know this comedian, right? I don't want to put him on blast, but I kind of want to because he was so doo-doo, but I'm not going to put him on blast. But the funny part, he's a Cincinnati comedian, right? The first thing he lied about.
I'm going like this.
Yeah, I'll tell you after the podcast.
Okay.
So I'm in Cincinnati, and he was like, yo, Bill, you know, I got my own night. He sound just like that dude. hey, dude, I got my own night on Wednesdays. You know what I'm saying? It be packed out every Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? But I fuck with you, OG. You know you real, and you got some real shows this weekend. I love that you come to the Natty. We fuck with you heavy out here, right? I'm like, cool. And I was like, where can we hoop at? He was like, oh, you hoop? You hoop? I hoop. Okay. All right, let me set the gym up. We go to the gym, and I've been playing basketball my whole life, so there's a couple things I could tell you in about 2 minutes if you ever played in your life. And I knew in a minute he did never play no basketball nowhere. And I was like, he's talking about he played at this school, Miami, Ohio, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, dog, you ain't played for nobody in Ohio. Stop playing.
Right.
So we figured that's a lie. Cut to, he keeps hanging around. You know what comedians want? It's killing you right now. You want me to tell you his name? I bet you.
Wait till we get up there.
I bet you know. So real quick.
Somebody rub my hands.
I'll never forget because I'm gonna tell you. T.O. came to my show that night. Terrell Owens was in town, and remember my man that played for the Jets, who got all that bread.
Lavernius Coles.
He was a corner. He played for the Jets. Black dude.
Not Darrelle Revis.
Darrelle Revis.
Okay.
Darrelle Revis came to my show that night. I'm in Cincinnati. We are down on the levee.
Yeah.
You with me?
That's why I know this night, because I knew all the staff, and they said Terrell Owens came with his own popcorn, and he was eating popcorn watching your show.
Yes. How the fuck? Okay, anyway.
I know everybody.
You know everybody. That's your city. So
yeah, he had Calvin Klein underwear.
So just in case you think I'm lying, T.O. was there that night. It was crazy, right? So it's a Saturday night, and I say to my man, you keep hanging around, you want to do some minutes? He was like, man, this ain't my show, man. This your show. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I do Wednesdays. I said, you know what? I want you to go on tonight. I want to see if it's real. It's sold out. It's live energy. Let's see if you all that. You say you the man here in the city. Let's see it. So D-Lay is hosting. I said, cook that motherfucker, bro. Cook him. Just cook him and bring him up. Get it cracking and bring him up into the mix. Man, this motherfucker went up there. Hey, you know how it's bad when they say, how y'all doing? How the ladies doing? Who birthday in the house?
Yeah. Just a bunch of questions. Are the Capricorns? Where's the Capricorns?
Yo, and white people usually don't boo. They was like, who is he?
No way.
Oh my God. You heard, oh my God. They start booing
How you get booed in 5 minutes?
Got booed.
How you get booed in 5 minutes?
At a lightning show. The show was so dope. They booed him. To this day, I have never seen him again. To this day. I seen him get booed, or you know when you're on the stage in Cincinnati and you go out towards the front where you come in at, booed him down the staircase to valet. And I know you know what. You boo around the time. We'll talk about it later. I'll tell you who it is.
Well, it's not who I thought, because who I thought it was is still doing stand-up in Cincinnati, so it can't be him. So now I'm really curious. So we're going to have to wrap this podcast up.
Okay, sorry, guys.
Because it's killing me, and whatever else we talk about, I don't want to talk about.
I know.
So
I know you weren't trying to think about it.
I appreciate coming on. That's why I like having the podcast and having comedians on. It's just the war stories and the stuff. And I hope the next time I have you on, it's because the movie's coming out.
Yes.
Back on the strip.
I got you. Anytime you need me.
I had FaZe on, I had Chris, and I had you.
You got to get JB.
He's never on the West Coast. Dude's always somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's Caesar. It's hard to get Caesar.
It's Caesar.
You know?
Of course. I'll do whatever you want, man. You just tell me when to come through. I'll do it.
All right, man. I appreciate coming on. Say hi to fam, Lindsay, everybody else. All right. I appreciate it.
We love you, G.
All right, Bill.
Peace.